This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. Okay, so pretty much everything you heard in that introduction there was free. So I think it's fun sometimes to try and limit yourself to kind of zero budget at all. I think especially at the moment, Jim keeps telling me in the comments that there's a cost of living crisis. So yeah, I thought let's do something about the best kind of free stuff that I know about for Guitarist. So number one, I was using Guitar 6 for this. Now there is a free kind of version of this which comes with complete control or something like that. It's only got the 1 amp in there, but it does have a Memory Man kind of delay. It does have a tube screamer, and it does have a cabinet and some EQ and stuff, and you can do like stereo routing and all of this sort of stuff. So there's enough in there that I was thinking, right, I could get by with this. And then there's also ML Sound Labs. Is it ML Sound Lab? Anyway, you know what it is. But it's got the Roots plugin, which is free. I didn't use that on this introduction because it's a bit too heavy for what I was going for. But that's the fluff signature thing, isn't it? And it's got like a 5150 style. I think it's an EVH head in it. So that could work for like heavier tones. Now, leave in the comments if you've got favorite kind of free options for, I think there's a few options out there for the higher gain stuff. I don't know if there's that much lower gain bits and pieces, so if you could find, or if you know of any of that stuff, leave it in the comments below. I'm pretty sure that would be the area that I'd be looking for, be more interested in, rather than sort of heavier amps. I'd be looking at that lower gain stuff, maybe like a free Vox, maybe a free Fender. I think I saw there was a Tweed one. I'll try and find that. But yeah, this kind of lower gain stuff. So the Guitar 6, you could get a nice Marshall, some really nice delays and stuff like that. The other thing, talking of delays, Valhalla Supermassive Reverb is my favorite delay reverb sound, I think, in the world. This is huge ambient sounding stuff, and it's free. So I've talked about this before, but check that one out. I really like using this production wise as well. It's just amazing, and it's free. One of the key things is when it comes to making things that sound to me inspiring, the drum sound has to be reasonably decent, and I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. I just spend a lot of time trying to noodle around with things. Now, ML Sound Labs just brought out the ML drum thing. This is free, and I think if you're looking for a quick and easy solution to drum sounds, it's sort of in the vein of the Get Good Drums thing, which I think all of those cost some amount of money. Let me know in the comments if there is a free version of that, but I actually think I vaguely prefer the core sound of this ML drum thing. I think it sounds pretty decent, easy to program if you're into programming drums. There is an expansion on it, but it came out a couple of days ago and I wanted to give it a whirl, and I was pleasantly kind of, yeah, that sounds like drums to me. So that's the main thing. So yeah, check that one out. It's easy enough to download. There wasn't any annoying eye lock or anything like that. So thumbs up for that. And then the other thing that is a recent discovery for me, so as a guitarist, I like to use metronomes and stuff to practice. So Soundbrenner do a really good free metronome. This is the one that I've used for a long time. So basically, it's just a decent metronome, and you can sort of blank out certain beats if you want to, you know, just decent solid metronome. But I also found the other day the Scott's Bass Lessons has a groove trainer, and this is amazing. It's got actual drum loops as well if you want them. Bit of jazz. Funkier stuff. And you can add a drone onto it, so it's got this drone settings, which is useful as well. So if you can change the sounds of the drones. It's really quite an involved little app, and it's great. So if you're practicing, I might change that to just a straightforward power chord, but you can change elements of what the drone does. So it's just really useful for practice, to be honest. That's the dog's going crazy. So I've been using that. The other thing that you can do with it is you can set it to randomize loops and turn on or off loops as it's going. So if we listen, the drums will drop out occasionally for an amount of time. And then the timing is on you to try and get back in with the drums when they come in. A really, really solid way to practice. You can also set that to drop out, like, see what I mean? Like you don't know how long that gap's going to be. Really, really useful way to practice. There's another interval kind of thing where, not interval, that's not the word, but training for speed, where you can set the metronome to over time speed up. So I was doing that whilst watching Hitman playthroughs the other day. I set it, you know, start like practicing at about 100 BPM, and over time set it to increase to your kind of target or beyond your target, and you can kind of, without having to think about it, have a metronome increasing over time. Really useful stuff. So those are my favorite things that are free that I think you should check out. I'll catch you in another video soon. Leave your comments below if you've got some of your own favorites. Thank you for stopping by. Now here's the backing track from the start for free so that you can play along with it. It's in A major.